My name is Emily Coombs. I am a second-year fellow. I am housed at the University of Alberta, where I'm pursuing my PhD in educational psychology. My research primarily has historically focused on gender and sexuality experiences of autistic individuals. However, I'm shifting a focus more towards romance and romantic development. So I was motivated to join CannArt because I was initially introduced to the entire team at the relaunch in Stockholm at the International Society for Autism Research annual meeting. It really intrigued me. It made me excited and passionate that there was an offering in Canada for Canadian autism researchers at the Canadian-based institutions. When I was applying for a PhD, I had my international options open. However, I ultimately chose to pursue a PhD in Canada because I knew that at least there was an opportunity to have the support of an interdisciplinary consortium such as CannArt. The advice I would give to prospective fellows is kind of silly in a way. I was rereading my application a couple days ago, and I was very embarrassed. Unfortunately, I had spelling mistakes. I had a very overachieving scope for my research, and I realized in that moment that CannArt as a collective took a chance on me, and they saw something within my work. And I think what shone in my application was not how good I could create a study. I created something. It wasn't great in retrospect, but it was the fact that I had passion and desire and excitement for the field, as well as a Canadian focus. A lot of our work unfortunately gets outsourced to the United States. A lot of the big data models are American, and we unfortunately have to cite those things in our work. And Canada is a hub and should be prioritized and should be injected with knowledge and excitement and all of the great things that come with keeping amazing minds here in the country. CannArt, for me, was the first opportunity that I had for real recognition within academia. I come from a family who has not attended university, so I'm a first-generation student. And this whole institution of higher education is scary. The prospect of job is scary and unknown to a lot of people in my family. It is a really uncertain avenue to pursue. However, receiving the fellowship allowed me to have this kind of anchor for conversations with my friends and my family. My grandma now leads with, "Oh, she's a fellow. She's a CannArt fellow." And for someone who didn't graduate high school and has lived in rural Alberta their entire lives, that is a really big step in understanding what I'm doing and being able to recognize where I'm at, instead of ask me if I'm going to become a medical doctor yet.